In their second match of Group F at the 2026 World Cup, the Netherlands easily crushed Sweden 5-1, with Brian Brobby and Cody Gakpo shining as each scored a brace. Entering the match against Sweden, Coach Koeman surprised everyone by fielding Brobby, a 24-year-old striker with little experience with the national team, leading the attack. However, after just 5 minutes, Koeman showed that his personnel choice was absolutely correct. From a pass by Gakpo on the left wing, Brobby rushed in and tapped the ball into the net from close range to open the scoring. In the 17th minute, the Sunderland striker completed his brace with another cool and effective finish. The 2 quick goals stunned Sweden. However, as time went on, Coach Potter's team gradually calmed down and created several notable opportunities. Unfortunately, Sweden's final shots, especially from Gyökeres, lacked the sharpness to convert them into goals. Early in the second half, Gakpo extended the Netherlands' lead to 3-0 with a close-range tap-in. In the 54th minute, the Liverpool star sealed his brace after a skillful cut inside and a powerful shot. Sweden pulled one back through Alenga in the 59th minute, but the victory was sealed in the 89th minute when Somerville scored the 5th goal for the Netherlands. Ultimately, the Netherlands thrashed Sweden 5-1. Showcasing their strength after a disappointing draw against Japan in their opening match of the 2026 World Cup. This win puts the Netherlands at the top of Group F with 4 points. In the final matchday, the Netherlands will face Tunisia, while Sweden will play Japan. Germany secured their place in the knockout round of the 2026 World Cup after a comeback victory against Ivory Coast, winning 2-1 in their second match of Group E. Despite facing significant difficulties against the African side, the resilience and effective tactical adjustments of coach Julian Nagelsmann helped the German Panzer achieve their goal one match early. Following their 7-1 thrashing of Curaçao in their opening match, Germany entered the clash with Ivory Coast with great confidence. However, Ivory Coast proved to be a formidable opponent. The African team started with determination, causing numerous problems for the German defense with their rapid counterattacks. This pressure was materialized by Kessie's opening goal in the 30th minute, giving Ivory Coast the lead and forcing Germany into a chasing position. Pushed to the wall, Nagelsmann's team pushed forward in the second half in search of an equalizer. However, against Ivory Coast's tight defense, attacking stars like Florian Wirtz and Kai Havertz struggled to get close to the opponent's goal. The turning point of the match came from substitutions. The players who came on brought new energy to Germany's play. After many attempts to press forward, the German Panzer finally found the equalizer when Amiri assisted Undav's goal in the 68th minute, regaining control of the game and forcing their opponents into a defensive stance. As the match drew to a close, the drama intensified. Germany continued to increase the pressure, and their efforts paid off at the decisive moment when Undav shone again with the winning goal in the 90+4 minute, securing a 2-1 victory. This precious goal allowed the 4-time world champions to complete a breathtaking comeback, leaving the Ivory Coast players heartbroken. A second consecutive victory gives Germany a perfect 6 points after 2 matches and officially secures their place in the round of 16 of the 2026 World Cup. This is a very positive sign for Nagelsmann's team after consecutive defeats in the group stages of the last 2 World Cups. For Ivory Coast, this defeat means they missed the opportunity to qualify early. The African representative still has control over their own destiny in the final match, but will have to work very hard if they want to participate in the knockout round. Meanwhile, the German team can enter the final match with a relaxed mindset and aim to maintain their top position in Group E. The match between Ecuador and Curaçao ended in a goalless draw. This was a tribute to Curaçao's goalkeeper, Eloy Room, who made countless saves, frustrating the Ecuadorian strikers. Germany's 2-1 victory over Ivory Coast made Group E unpredictable, but the goalless draw between Ecuador and Curaçao was the result that had the biggest impact on the race for qualification. After their opening match defeat, Ecuador were determined to secure their first win, but they encountered a formidable opponent in Eloy Room. From the very first minutes, Ecuador exerted significant pressure. Moises Caicedo delivered a precise through ball for Ener Valencia to run into, but Room made a spectacular one-handed save, blocking the dangerous shot. This was the first warning sign of an outstanding performance from the Curaçao goalkeeper. The South American team became increasingly dominant, constantly bringing the ball close to the opponent's goal. Nevertheless, the Curaçao defense held firm thanks to the solid command of Room, who repeatedly denied Ecuador promising opportunities. Conversely, while Curaçao didn't create many attacking moves, each counterattack was executed with high speed and involved multiple players. These coordinated plays kept the Ecuadorian defense on alert on several occasions, while also relieving pressure on the Caribbean team for much of the match. In the second half, coach Sebastian Becasis immediately made a substitution, bringing on Kevin Rodriguez to replace Alcivar to strengthen the attack. Ecuador regained control of the game and continuously pressed their opponents. However, Curaçao remained undeterred. Coach Dick Advocaat's team bravely withstood all the pressure, while Room continued to be a pillar of support with a series of crucial saves. As time went on, Ecuador's hopes of victory faded. The final whistle blew, confirming a historic 0-0 draw for Curaçao in their first World Cup appearance. For a nation with fewer than 200,000 inhabitants and virtually no football tradition, this is a memorable milestone. However, 1 point also means that the chances of both Curaçao and Ecuador reaching the round of 16 are almost over. At noon, Eastern Time, the matches will include Group F, Tunisia vs Japan will take place at 12 a.m., live on Fox Sport 1 and Telemundo. Group H, Spain vs Saudi Arabia at the same time, live on Fox and Telemundo. In the afternoon, Group G, Belgium vs Iran at 3 p.m., Uruguay vs Cabo Verde, Group H, live at 6 p.m., on Fox Sport 1 and Telemundo. In the evening, the match between New Zealand and Egypt, Group G, live at 9 p.m., also on Fox Sport 1 and Telemundo.
Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you again with the Disney Artist channel. In today's video it will be the character Beshte from the series The Lion Guard. Beshte is the pentagonist of the Disney Junior series The Lion Guard. He is a hippo and one of Kion's friends and a former member of the Lion Guard. His position on the team was the strongest in the Pride Lands. Beshte has been described as a happy-go-lucky hippo. He is the most genial character in the group and is very friendly and encouraging. He speaks with a surprisingly soft demeanor despite his size and is also very compassionate. Beshte has an appropriately large heart and never fails to treat his friends with kindness. He is also the first of his friends to recognize that Kion needs some space, even pointing out to Bunga, Kion's best friend, what the cub needs. Expert combatant. As a member of the Lion Guard, and later the Night Pride, Beshte is a capable fighter. His sheer size and strength alone make him a tough and formidable opponent to beat. He mostly uses his size, strength, stamina and endurance to fend off vicious predators. With his brute strength, he can headbutt his opponents several feet away by charging at them. As demonstrated on Makucha in the Imaginario copy, like all hippos, Beshte can open his mouth really wide to scare away attacking predators. Due to being a hippopotamus, Beshte can use his size and strength to easily defeat opponents with no difficulty. He can send an entire group of animals flying several feet at one time, like Janja's clan, for example. Even when he was a little hippo, as shown in the flashback scene from The Lake of Reflection, he was powerful and strong enough to easily defeat young Janja, Cheesy, and Shungu. Expert swimmer. As a hippopotamus, Beshte is an excellent swimmer. He is considered the fastest member of the Lion Guard when it comes to swimming. He's also the best swimmer of the entire Lion Guard, and among the best in the whole Pride Lands. Stealth, as stated in Follow That Hippo, Beshte says that he is not very stealthy at all unless he is in water. This is demonstrated when he and Mtoto attempt to escape from crocodiles and hyenas undetected. Singing, as demonstrated throughout the series, Beshte is an excellent singer. As shown in several episodes like The Imaginary Okapi, Beshte in the Hippo Lanes, and Swept Away, he's an excellent rapper. Animal strength, being a hippopotamus. Beshte is the strongest member of the entire Lion Guard. On several occasions, he was able to push large trees over to make bridges for other animals or push boulders around with very little struggle. His brute strength gives him an advantage in combat as he is able to headbutt opponent away and toss them into the air without any difficulty. He can use his size and strength to stop his opponents dead in their tracks, as well also his friends, as shown in Cave of Secrets and The Accidental Avalanche, respectively. He can clear away large boulders with ease as well as other fallen debris. As shown in The Wisdom of Kongwei, he was strong enough to hold up a large boulder, with a herd of eland walking across it with little struggle, among other things. In Season 3, as a teenager, Beshte is stronger than ever. In the series finale, Return to the Pridelands, Beshte was so strong that he was able to push a large boulder with an elephant on top of it, along the ground with little difficulty. As a baby hippo, as seen in The Lake of Reflection, Beshte possessed great feats of strength from such a young age and was able to easily beat Cheesy with a single headbutt. Animal speed, like Bunga. Beshte is the fourth fastest member of the entire Lion Guard when charging. Like all hippos, he can run very fast when charging towards opponents, 30 km per hour or 19 miles per hour. However, he's faster when in water than on land. He's not as fast as Kion or Fuli at running. Animal agility. Beshte is the third most agile member of the entire Lion Guard, overall. Only surpassed by Kion and Fuli, respectively. However, he is the most agile member in water and is less so on dry land. Aquatic, as a hippopotamus. Beshte is an expert swimmer and can swim underwater for a brief period of time. Like real hippos, Beshte would have most of life in water and can hold his breath underwater for a short space of time. As a teenager, Beshte can be underwater for even longer periods of time. Beshte makes his debut in the series premiere. Beshte is first seen in the floodplains with the other hippos. During Kion and Bunga's game of Baobab Ball, they leap over the hippos. Beshte doesn't mind and says hello to them. Later, when Kion assembles his team, Beshte asks the hippos if they want a water slide. He pushes rocks and creates a water slide. Beshte soon joins his friends as Kion asks if they could all become part of the new Lion Guard. Beshte gets excited and is ready to see the roar of the elders. However, Kion is only able to do a little squeak. Suddenly, Simba arrives and sees that his son has not chosen a group of lions for the guard. He scolds Kion in front of Beshte and the others. And Kion leaves to do some soul searching. Bunga begins to follow, but Beshte tells him that Kion wants to be alone. Later, when the hyenas are chasing the gazelles, Beshte watches with Fuli and Ono. He is confused as to why the hyenas are continuing the attack, seeing as they have already taken down enough gazelles to feed them all. Kion and Bunga arrive, and Kion explains it is up to Lion Guard is going to stop the hyenas. Beshte is doubtful, remembering what Simba said, but Kion reminds him of their talents, and Beshte agrees. Kion comes up with a plan to take down the hyenas, and Beshte and the others prove willing to join the guard. Kion places his paw on each of their shoulders, marking them with the mark of the guard. Beshte then proceeds to use his strength to knock over the hyenas, whilst Ono takes down Mazingo and the others help tackle the hyenas with Beshte. In the end, Janja taunts Kion, which causes him to use the roar of the elders to blow him and the other hyenas away as Beshte, Bunga, Fuli, and Ono watch in awe. When the group makes their way back to Simba, he sees that his son made the right decisions and welcomes the new Lion Guard. Beshte has appeared in every single episode after the events of the pilot episode. Like all the other animal members Kion recruited to be part of his Lion Guard, Beshte continues being the strongest member of the guard until the series finale. In the Kupatana celebration, Beshte helped rescue a little jackal pup named Dogo. At first, Beshte and Bunga thought he was so cute. In the end, it turns out that they were wrong about Dogo after his family ruined the celebration. In Follow That Hippo, Beshte meets a little elephant named Mtoto. Mtoto says that Beshte is his hero, idol, and he's the biggest reason why Mtoto likes the Lion Guard. Mtoto joins the Lion Guard and Beshte in a day of training until he messed up. Beshte walks Mtoto home and says that he has to find his hero inside. While playing pretend Lion Guard with his friends, he gets chased by Janja's clan. Beshte and the rest of the Lion Guard comes to Mtoto's rescue. In Paintings and Predictions, after looking at Rafiki's paintings, Beshte thinks that the paintings predict the future. Bunga and Beshte think that Kian is going to fall from a tree branch. They try their best to stop Kian but find out that the paintings are about the past. In the imaginary Okapi, Beshte meets an Okapi named Ajabu who was being chased by a leopard named Makucha. However, Beshte friends didn't believe that Ajabu wasn't real. After saving Ajabu from Makucha, Kian's parents Simba and Nala welcome Ajabu into the Pride Lands. In Beware the Zimwi, Beshte practices his bellows so he can join a group of hippos called the Bellow Fellows. In Lions of the Outlands, Beshte learns about Zira and the Outsiders. In Beshte and the Hippo Lanes, Beshte tries to make the Hippo Lanes after his dad Bossi gets hurt. In The Rise of Scar, Beshte meets Rafiki's apprentice Makini. Later Beshte and the guard goes to rescue Kiera from Janja's clan. In Swept Away, Beshte gets washed away into the Outlands after the guard helped the zebra herd. However, Scar's army tries to get rid of Beshte. In the Ukumbusho tradition, Beshte and the rest of the guard are in a performance with the elephants called Ukumbusho. In Timon and Pumbaa's Christmas, Beshte helps Bunga give Timon and Pumbaa a Christmas that they wouldn't forget. In The Little Guy, Beshte befriends a gecko named Hadara who wants to be a crocodile. In The Scorpion's Sting, Beshte meets Scar and Scar's army while trying to help Simba. In Cave of Secrets, Beshte and the rest of the Lion Guard go deep under the Lion Guard lair to do different tests so they can find a way to defeat Scar. In Beshte and the Beast, Beshte befriends a gorilla named Shuja who helps the Lion Guard fight Scar's army. In Pride Landers Unite, Beshte and the rest of the Lion Guard gathers pride animals to help fight Scar's army. Beshte and the Lion Guard are now teenagers as seen in Battle for the Pride Lands. After their final battle against Scar's army was successful, Kian and Ono receive injuries, forcing the guard to travel to the Tree of Life since the events of the Harmattan. During their journey, new enemies known as Makucha's army starts to follow the guard to the Tree of Life. In Dragon Island, Beshte meets a dolphin named Lumba Lumba. When Lumba Lumba becomes stranded, Beshte and the rest of the Lion Guard help her get back to the water while fending off Ora and his Komodo dragons. With Ora and his minions defeated and having found a Moha Kwa Moha stone, Beshte then bids a farewell to Lumba Lumba who is happy for the guard's teamwork in helping her get back to the water and saving her from the Komodo dragons. Just the group continues their journey to the Tree of Life. In Friend to the End, Beshte befriends a clouded leopard named Yun Mibu, much to Kian feeling enraged at Beshte for delaying and befriending other animals. Due to the venom inflicting him, Kian tells Beshte to stop delaying by befriending other animals, much to Beshte being unsure on how to do that. Bunga and Fuli try to calm Kian down but Kian leaves in fear. After a while, Kian's friends sing Friends to the End, the nice moments and relationships they had with Kian before he became enraged. Furthermore, the group soon sees Kian hanging from a tree branch and gets Yun Mibu to help him. The plan, however, was successful. In the Tree of Life, the Lion Guard meets a group of lions called the Night Pride which is led by a lioness named Rani. The two groups were at odds until Rani informs her grandmother and the Queen of the Tree of Life, Janna, about Kian's Roar of the Elders. Janna insists that the Lion Guard to be allowed into the Tree of Life, allowing Kian to clear up the misunderstanding. After a while, Ono is able to regain his sight, but Kian needs more time to recover from Ushari's venom. In Poa the Destroyer, Beshte tries to see different animals throughout the Tree of Life. Despite his kindness, the tundra animals take the blame on the hippo for being a menace to which the animals are afraid of Beshte in fear. Later, Beshte talks with a butterfly to know if it is afraid of him, to which the butterfly flaps its wings calmly, indicating that it is not afraid of the hippo. Despite the other animals Beshte has met still claiming him to be a bad guy. After Beshte rescues Pinguino and his bad reputation is dealt with, the animals then forgive him as a misunderstanding and they no longer treat the Beshte as a villain but a hero. In Journey to the Pride Lands, Beshte and the rest of Kion's guard travel back home to the Pride Lands, only to find out in Return to the Pride Lands that they have been replaced by a new group led by Batani. The two groups have a battle to see which team is better. During competition, Beshte competes with a contender lioness named Amara during the first position as the strongest during the Battle of the Lion Guards. After Kion masters the roar, he and his friends decide to become protectors of the Tree of Life and join the Night Pride. Back at the Tree of Life, Kion marries Ronnie and Beshte cheers for his friend as he becomes king. Beshte means buddy in Swahili. Beshte's catchphrase, Twende Kiboko, translates to let's go, hippopotamus, in Swahili. Kiboko is also the subspecies name for the East African hippopotamus, Hippopotamus amphibius kiboko, and is also the Swahili word for hippopotamus. Beshte is not Dusan Brown's debut Lion King role. Previously, as a younger boy, Brown had played young Simba in a tour version of the stage musical. Although it's known that Basi is his father, it's unknown who is his mother, who is never seen nor mentioned. First is to draw from the head to body of the hippo, then draw the belly part, draw 2 legs behind the tail, 2 legs behind the face for Beshte. Next is to draw the tail, then draw the 3 dots pattern for Beshte. Don't forget to draw the mouth. Finally, attach the Lion King shape, then make the face, attach the hair and 2 ears of the hippo for Beshte. So the character Beshte the Hippo from the series The Lion Guard has been completed. Thanks for watching our video today. Now, if you like this video tutorial, please remember hit the like and subscribe button to receive the new notify. At the same time, please download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free used by many peoples of the world. Both the website has attached below of the description of this video. Please be careful outside to avoid being scammed on the social media. Okay, goodbye everyone, and we will see you again in the next videos on the Disney Artist channel.